Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the most gripping true crime stories from around the world. Today, we're delving into another tragic case of Lakhvir Kaur. Lakhvir Kaur, born in Punjab, had ambitious dreams and excelled in her studies, wanting to live independently. However, her family soon arranged her marriage to Onkar Singh, who was prospering in his career in London. Set after the 1980s, this story follows their journey. After their wedding, Onkar took care of Lakhvir's passport and other formalities, bringing her to London shortly after. They settled in South or West London, now fondly known as Little Punjab. Over time, Lakhvir and Onkar became parents to 3 children. However, Lakhvir was not happy in that household, although she was managing to adjust. In 1989, they received devastating news. Onkar was diagnosed with cancer. Since cancer treatment wasn't widely available then, finding and affording the necessary treatment was extremely challenging, causing severe financial strain on Onkar's family. With Onkar hospitalised and no income, Lakhvir sought her husband's permission to rent out some rooms in their house. One of the tenants was 20-year-old Lakhvinder Lucky Chima, also from Punjab, who worked in a chemical factory in London. Lakhvir grew increasingly bored at home, juggling the care of 3 children, looking after her sick husband and staying confined. She hadn't envisioned living such a life, even though she had everything she needed. Longing to live on her own terms, she began talking to Lucky Chima. Both being Punjabi, they easily connected. As days passed, their friendship deepened, and without realising it, it turned into a romantic relationship. They cared for each other deeply, to the point where Lakhvir treated Lucky Chima as her husband. She washed his clothes, cooked for him, and cleaned his room, enjoying the time spent with her favourite man. This relationship spanned several years, during which Lakhvir began contemplating divorcing her husband, Onkar. Initially, Lakhvir confided in Onkar, who was still battling his illness, about her thoughts of divorce. Later, she discussed it with Lucky Chima. However, Lucky advised against it, saying that it wasn't a good idea, given Onkar's condition, and that divorce was disapproved of in their village. Hearing this, Lakhvir agreed that Lucky was right and decided against the divorce. She thought that even if she and Lucky couldn't get married, they could still be together. Their affair, which began in 1993, had now lasted 16 years. By 2008, the Chima family began pressuring Lucky Chima to get married, as he was around 40 years old. It's common for families to worry about their children's marriages at that age. The Chima family started looking for potential brides for Lucky and became interested in a girl named Gurjeet, who was also living in London. Lucky and Gurjeet met, and soon after, Lucky's family quickly finalised their wedding date for February 14, 2009. At that time, Gurjeet was around 20 years old, which was perfectly suitable for marriage according to the laws in England. After the wedding was arranged, Lucky Chima informed Lakhvir about his upcoming marriage. Upon hearing this, Lakhvir was completely devastated, with numerous questions running through her mind. The man she had loved and cared for over 16 years would no longer be with her. Lakhvir was deeply in love with Lucky Chima, and she tried to explain and persuade him to stay, but he refused. After much contemplation, Lakhvir made a chilling decision. If Lucky Chima can't be mine, then he won't be anyone else's. This meant removing Lucky Chima from her life altogether. Determined, Lakhvir began searching for ways to kill Lucky Chima, ensuring that if anything happened to him, her name wouldn't be implicated. After thorough research, Lakhvir finally found a method. She returned to India from London and during her brief stay purchased a plant known as the Queen of Poison. Lakhvir discovered that this plant not only produces many Ayurvedic medicines, but also serves as a deadly poison. A small quantity could kill a person within an hour, and it was unique to India and a few other countries. Lakhvir bought the plant and returned to London within a few days. Upon arriving, she seemingly accepted Lucky Chima's decision to marry Gurjeet, making both Lakhvir and Lucky Chima happy. In the meantime, Lucky Chima made a significant decision. He left Lakhvir's rented house and started living elsewhere. However, one day Lakhvir arrived at Lucky's new home with poison. She spoke about some other things, and then Lakhvir asked Lucky Chima if she can bring food for him. Initially, Lucky Chima refused, but faced with Lakhvir's persistence, he gave in afterward, Lakhvir secretly mixed poison into Lucky's food in the kitchen. Although the quantity was minimal at that time, the poison was so potent that if it reached different parts of the body, the person would be paralyzed within a few minutes. Now that the dose of poison was low, after some time its effects started showing on Lucky Chima's body. Suddenly, he began to have difficulty breathing and he started vomiting heavily. That's why he quickly dialed 999 emergency assistance. After having dinner with Lucky Chima, Lakhvir returned home. An ambulance arrived at Lucky's house and transported him to the hospital. Gurjeet also came to the hospital upon hearing the news. Lakhvir arrived there as well, pretending to know nothing about the situation. When doctors examined Lucky Chima, they discovered he worked in a chemical factory and suggested that his sudden health decline might be due to chemical exposure. However, Lakhvir had deliberately poisoned Lucky's food, hoping that he would become ill and that she could then care for him, possibly convincing him to stay with her. Despite her plan, it failed once Lucky reached the hospital. Following this incident, Lakhvir began filling Gurjeet's ears with information about Lucky Chima's past, even though Lucky had already shared his history with Gurjeet. Gurjeet, therefore, ignored Lakhvir's words. Realizing once again that Lucky Chima was moving further away from her, Lakhvir decided to poison him again, this time with a larger dose. Eagerly awaiting another opportunity, Lakhvir planned her next move. On January 27, 2009, Lakhvir visited Lucky Chima's house, where Gurjeet was already present. The three engaged in casual conversation, with Lakhvir pretending to have accepted their relationship. However, Lakhvir had other plans in mind. Later in the evening, she was offered dinner at their house, an invitation she had been waiting for. She declared, "Today, for the last time, I will cook and serve both of you with my own hands." Gurjeet, however, insisted, "No, the curry is ready, only the roti needs to be made. Don't worry, I'll handle it myself." Despite Gurjeet's offer, Lakhvir declined several times. She then went to the kitchen, took out the curry from the freezer and mixed in the queen of poison. Afterward, she served the poison curry to both Lucky Chima and Gurjeet. After serving the poison curry, Lakhvir returned home to avoid suspicion. Lucky Chima enjoyed 2 plates of the curry while Gurjeet had only 1. A few minutes after eating, both began showing the same symptoms Lucky had exhibited a month ago. Gurjeet grew suspicious that Lakhvir might have tampered with their food. Struggling with his symptoms, Lucky Chima called emergency services again and also informed his sister and some nearby friends. Approximately half an hour later, after arriving at the hospital, Lucky Chima succumbed to death, as it had been about an hour since he consumed the poison curry. On the other hand, Gurjeet, who had consumed only a small plate of the curry, fell into a coma. Given that the poison could damage various body parts as it spread through the body, doctors were deeply concerned about her condition. However, after some time, Gurjeet regained consciousness and narrated the entire story to the police. Lucky Chima's sister and his friends supported Gurjeet's statements, leading to Lakhvir's arrest. She was charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder. Despite these charges, the court required solid evidence to proceed, which the police lacked. This presented a major challenge for the police. They searched Lucky Chima's house and found the curry, then proceeded to Lakhvir's residence, where they discovered she had recently visited Punjab in December. The police sought assistance from the Punjab police and conducted a raid at Lakhvir's Punjab home with a search warrant. During the raid, they found samples of the queen of poison plant that Lakhvir had inadvertently left behind. The evidence was compelling and Lakhvir was subsequently presented in court. After the court proceedings, it was confirmed that she had killed Lucky Chima and attempted to harm Gurjeet. Despite the prolonged case, on February 10, 2010, Lakhvir was sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 23 years. Additionally, the True Crime channel offers numerous other captivating cases for you to explore. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with True Crime story videos every day. Farewell for now, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our future videos.